Insecurity in dogs. An insecure dog needs a calm and assertive leader. Often, we feel the need to nurture an insecure dog. We feel the need to love the dog, to really put it at the center of attention, to love it, to care for it, to, try and reach into this dog, to reach this dog, because we want the dog to be happy. We love the dog. We want it to really be happy and to be a part of our family. Unfortunately, this is not the right way to go about it. If you give attention and love in forms of physical affection to an insecure dog, to a dog that's afraid, it will intensify the insecurity. And if this dog is really afraid, it might even bite you if you try to pet it. So the best thing to do when you have an insecure dog is to just let the dog be a dog. You don't need to spend all your time trying to win this dog over. Just let the dog be a dog. And if you have other dogs in the family and that are calm and balanced, they can help this dog to come out of its shell and to become happy and to become more calm and less afraid. If you don't have other dogs, that's fine as well. The same rule applies. Just let the dog be a dog. You don't need to treat this dog like something special. It is special, of course. If you're a dog lover, all dogs are special. But you don't need to act like it's something special. You don't need to, all eyes on this dog will not be a good thing. No eyes on this dog will be a great thing. Go for a long walk with your dog. Let the dog exercise. By exercising and get the blood flowing, the dog will naturally feel better and hopefully be less afraid. Don't focus too much on the dog, just walk and then let your dog follow you. Give this dog rules. Sometimes when you have an insecure and afraid dog, you might feel like you don't want to give rules to the dog. If the dog decides to go up on the couch and you normally don't allow dogs on the couch, you might make an exception just because you feel like this dog maybe will be more afraid if you give a correction and tell the dog to not to go down. But that couldn't be more false as well. Set the rules. Tell this insecure dog that the place for this dog is in the dog bed, for example. Give the dog a little bit out of the way place to be, and don't force the dog to be around other people or dogs or anything. And if the dog tries to make that move and go up on the couch, even though dogs are not allowed on the couch, make the dog go down. It's no problem. That will actually give the dog a reason to respect you and see you as some sort of a leader. The beginning stages of a leader, just as the dog walk will, if it's intentional. Give food and water. And a dog that's afraid and insecure oftentimes doesn't even want to eat or drink, but offer it and see what happens. Hold back from petting an insecure dog. Like I mentioned earlier, insecurity is nothing to play around with. If your dog is insecure and you try to pet it, it could lead to a bite because you're not respecting the dog's boundaries. And just like you want your dog to respect your boundaries, you have to respect its boundaries as well. And there are better ways to go about that than trying to pet the dog. If the dog is calm and initiates some contact, it's okay to give it, but stop when it's at the highest point, when it's the best. Leave the dog wanting more. And from my knowing and from what I've found, once the ice is broken with an insecure dog, you got a best friend for life. You got the most loyal, well-behaved and trusted dog. My dog Alfie is from a dog shelter in Serbia, and when he first came to Sweden, he previously had very little human contact, and he was insecure, and he was like a wild dog when he came to Sweden. And he didn't want to be petted, and he didn't want to have a leash on or nothing like that. It was a very good learning experience for me to build this dog's trust. It took time, but this is the things that I did in order for him to come out of his shell and to be a happy-go-lucky dog. I started off with a dog walk, and he had I don't think he had a leash on previously, or maybe just once or twice or something, because he did not know how to walk with the leash. So it took a while to get him to walk with the leash on. He wanted to go back and go the other way. He did not want to have anything to do with me or the leash. But I just remained calm, and I was just doing my business. He was there. He was just hanging there with me. And that's the way you have to treat an insecure dog. Go about your business, go about your day, and let your dog just be a dog around you in that situation, in your house. So eventually he started to walk and follow me with a leash, and that was a big step. Now keep in mind, I didn't talk to this dog because he didn't understand me, and there was just no need to. I used my body language and my energy and my other dog, Annie, to help him to know that you just need to follow me, that's it. And my other dog, Annie, as well, she didn't really pay attention to him either. She was just doing her thing and following me. And that, when he saw her just doing her thing, he started to relax a bit, because he knew that, okay, she can be around this human without being afraid. So I think I might be able to do that as well. And slowly the days went by, and I just let him be a dog. His place, the place that he was drawn to, was under my kitchen table in my apartment. So I let him be there. If he wanted to be there, I let him be there. We went for walks together. I gave him food, I gave him water. And if he tried to go somewhere where he wasn't allowed to, I would stop him. And that's basically it. And it took maybe a week or two before the ice was broken, because, well, I had other dogs too. I had 3 other dogs that he could be around, and they showed him that you can trust this human. But also through my actions, by just letting him be alone and respecting him and his boundaries, he eventually came out from under the kitchen table and he started to interact with me. And I could pet him, and I gave him some treats some treats in the hand. And then when it was like at the highest point, I just started ignoring him again. Be like, okay, well, that's fun, but who are you? You're nothing special. And an insecure dog will really look up to you if you act that way, because that shows this dog that you don't need them. You're fine on your own. So the dog can trust you. If you have self-confidence, your dog can lean into that and see you as the leader.